Hi, tonight I would like to show you how you can take your motorcycle forks apart, how to change the oil seals and how to change the oil inside it. And I already take this apart and cleaned everything to make the video faster. And I think I have a bit of my own way taking it apart, so it may be different from other people. My first advice is to loosen this nut while the suspension still on the bike. Otherwise, it's really hard to loosen it. And then the next thing I advise is that loosening this bolt under here. And what I do, I have an impact wrench like this with an Allen attachment, and I just tilt the back to prevent oil leaks, and I loosen this bolt, and then I will hand tighten it. As you can see, I can just open and close it with my hand. I hand tighten it to prevent oil leaks. And next thing I do, I open this nut, and be careful because it's under spring tension. It tends to pop, so be careful while you loosen it, because it pops. As you can see, it popped, and be careful not to leak oil. The next thing, you drain the oil and watch out because the spring wants to come out. And then you pump like this. You pump the fork to drain the oil. Once you drain enough oil, you take the spring and be careful which side it should go in or it should go back in, because it is not the same in both ends. As you can see, one side is thicker, and you understand. So I put it away, but it will be oily in real life situations, so you place it in a bucket or something. And at this point, I need to talk about a bit of the design. This particular design can be taken apart when you unscrew this bolt. When you get that bolt out, you can just take it apart. But the other designs needs you to do one additional step. You need to take this bolt out, and then you need to kind of force it to break open, and I will show you what I mean. At this point, you can take this bolt, and as you can see, you can just take it with your hands, and you take it out. Then you take this bottom bolt out, and then this particular design, now you can take it apart like this. But this is just this design, and let me show you. And the other designs, what you should do, okay, you take the bolt out, and then you get the dust cap out. You get the dust cap out. Be careful, don't damage this metal surface. You get the dust cap out, and there is a retention ring. I forgot its name. There is a ring. Sometimes you need to use this special tools, but in this case I'm a bit lucky. I can just get away with using screwdrivers. You can see part of the the ring, and with the help of screwdrivers you kind of pry them out. And again, be careful not to damage the metal, and you just slide it out. Don't push it sideways, it may damage this metal surface. So slide it out, and at this point with that design, the other designs, what you need to do, you need to kind of use this shaft as a slight hammer. And what you do, you pull it out as far as it go, and then it stops, and then you push it a bit in, and then you slide it out, you hammer it out, and at some point it will come out. It will come out with the oil seal, and there will be a washer down there. But this design, it's not like that. This design is, you can slide this piece very easy, but the problem is the oil seal stays in. The reason this oil seal comes out very easy, I sand down the edges to make the video faster. And then there are some special tools to take this oil seal out. You can place some wooden stick down there, and you can use it to have leverage. But I just use a screwdriver. It's a bit crude, but it works if you are careful. So what you do, you place the screwdriver beneath the oil seal, and while being careful, you push it out while making circles around the oil seal. It takes time because it's very stiff in its place, and you walk around the oil seal, and now you can see it's like a time, just like fast forward. Actually, you push it up like this, and then it comes out at some point, and it comes out, and there is a washer underneath. At some point you examine these parts, if there is any cracks or something. If there are any cracks, blah blah, it's junk. And you also examine these parts. If there is any rust, you replace it, and otherwise you need to clean them. And also you need to examine this part, because stones and other stuff damage the surface, and then if there are some nicks and stuff on the surface, then it will damage the new oil seal. And by the way, there is this shaft inside. You take it out for cleaning later. And then, as I said, you examine this part, and what you do, you will get a very fine sandpaper. Well, this is how I do. This is 1000 grit, and I also have 2000. And with not up and down but sideways motion, I tried to get rid of these nicks and stuff. And afterwards you clean everything of oil, dirt, grime, whatever. And then the next thing is installation. So how do we put this back together? We will put back the shaft, and the pieces are going back in. And of course it will differ from design to design. And we place this part back in, and then we put it back in, and we will put this bolt in just to keep everything together for now. And I'm putting the bolt in. Just hand tight is enough. Yeah, okay. Then now it stays together. So at this point we need to drive the bush, the bushing, but of course this design has no bushing. And to drive that we need a driver, a fork seal driver, and also we use this to drive that bushing. I will add a link somewhere here, I guess, or down to show you how you can build yourself a driver like this. So this tool has two pieces. The smaller piece, we use it to drive the washer in first, and then the second piece, the bigger one, we use it to drive the new oil seal. But I'm not able to show you how to drive the washer. So the only thing I can do, I will just do the steps I can do now. So the metal washer goes back in, and then at this point, what we will do, we can put some grease around this part, the beginning of this part. You will see why. We will put some grease, and we will make a sleeve out of this plastic, and this sleeve will go around this part, and then again we will apply some grease, and then we will slide the new oil seal on top of this sleeve. The reason, because we need to slide this new oil seal all the way down. It may have some damage because the surface of the metal is not all smooth. There are nicks and stuff. And then what we will do, we will slide it, we will place it on top, and then we will slide it all the way down. We will slide this new oil seal all the way down with the help of this sleeve, and then we will slide it down. We'll get rid of that sleeve, and we will push the oil seal as down as possible, and then we will use our driver, and we will use this piece. So the inner piece should be a bit behind this outer piece. We will place it on top of this rod, and we will get a what is its name? Well, you understand, I cannot remain its name. And then we will tighten it. I just use one, but you can use 2, 3 of these, and then we will hammer the new oil seal in place till it seats properly. And then after it gets seated, we will remove the oil seal driver, and we will place this clip back in. I will not show, and then we will place the dust cap back on. And then how we will measure the oil level? Well, it all depends on your bike, on your model, and your service manual will tell how you will do it. The way you do it, you either get the cubic centimeters, or you will check it from the top of the fork. So you compress the fork all the way down, and then there is your service model will tell the oil level from the top. For this particular bug, it's 17 centimeters from the top, and then you will fill it. You will pump it a bit to get the air out, and you will check the oil level, and then you are done. And by the way, you do that oil level check without the spring in. And then the last thing, you put the spring in, and then you close the cap, close the bottom cap, close as much as possible because we need spring tension, Okay, and then the last thing you need to do, again according to your service manual, we will torque the nut at the bottom. Well, we will need to torque this one, but it needs to be on the bike. I'm not able to show it right now, but the thing I can show you now is that you should torque this bottom one, and for this particular fork it is 20 Newton meters. As you can see, now I can torque it to proper specs. I don't know, just wanted to end the video in a proper way. And again, thanks for watching.